There's a lot else to pay attention to correct in our advancement towards the state where we're ready to discover the upper force according to equivalence of form, according to the properties, the height. But there are a few conditions, a few necessary conditions here that we have to pay attention to. We see on little children, right? Child, 3-year-old, 5, runs around happy. He didn't get something he wants, starts crying. A moment later, again he's happy. He has no problem being 1 minute in crying and the next in laughter, and between moments and within moments, his state changes and he doesn't remember what was before. So, about wisdom, it is said that there is none as wise as the experienced, meaning that the more we collect experiences, gather them, learn from them, then God made one opposite the other, and we see that there is darkness and light, and what this begets and what that begets, and how they're tied together, this and that. And from that, we get wisdom. The power of ma, koach ma, chokhmah, which is wisdom in Hebrew. So we have to pay attention. In the time of ascent, do we enter into some euphoria and it's all good and I don't want anything else besides this? Or perhaps we can already perform some calculus. What do we have in the ascent, opposite to the descent? And perhaps it's not an ascent. I only feel good, but I'm not thinking about the goal throughout this and about the actions, the continuation of the state. And it could be also in the descent. Perhaps the descent brings me the necessity to think, to feel, to delve in. So it's not a descent. It may be a descent in respect to how I feel, correct, but not in the acquisition of wisdom, not in my advancement towards the Creator, not in respect to the purpose of creation, which is adhesion, as I decide, as I overcome. And seemingly, the path is the middle line, the golden path, as it is called, where we are constantly, always properly directed towards the goal, and the deviations that we get from above, left and right, we take it only in order to hold on to the goal even more. And the left and the right do not promote us. Rather, what promotes us are those scrutinies that we collect from the right and the left as we orient ourselves directly towards the purpose of creation, where we relate to darkness and light as two discernments which are crucial and have to persist in us all the time, so that we don't disconnect when we feel good. We don't disconnect from the recognition of evil, and during the times when we feel bad, that we don't disconnect from the good purpose of creation. Not like children who either cry or are glad, meaning that it's not the mood that governs us. And also, we do not want to uproot it, that mood. Rather, we want to also subdue it and use it for the purpose of spiritual advancement in the middle line. So, therefore, it's very important to us to hold on to the purpose of creation over and upon all interruptions, both positive and negative, and to begin to look at it not through, do I feel good or not, is it pleasant or isn't it, when pleasant is as if help from the Creator and unpleasant is as if an interruption from the Creator. No, it can be the opposite. The opposite. And to be above the good and bad feeling. Not that I disrespect them and disregard them. No, I take everything and use it because everything comes from Him. Rather, I ascribe everything to my advancement towards the goal, which is eternal adhesion to the power of bestowal, connection. So, what we do need is to try to reach the point of connection between us and to grab hold of that point. And this is the same as, let's say, me grabbing hold of, Rabbi Akiva, grabbing hold of a piece of wood, a board, in the sea, and when waves come and so on, ascents and descents, I relate to all of these states equally, in the same way. And after I adhere to the goal, grab hold of that board, then it doesn't matter to me what states I go through. The main thing for me right now is only to adhere, to attach myself to that board. And by that, or in that, I engage all day long.